Are you ready to take your business to the next level and make the money you want so that you can create the impact you desire? Then you're in the right place. It's possible to run a successful business built around your life. Get ready for a little bit of tough love and a whole lot of strategy to grow your business without sacrificing your sanity. If you're ready to get out of your own way and step into the role of CEO, then let's go. I'm Amy Traw, and this is the Motivated CEO Podcast. At the time of recording this episode, we are in the thick of the holiday season. So many things are happening that most of us are just trying to keep our sanity, trying to organize all of the things, be there for our family, be there for our business. We're stretched thin. And in this busy season, it can often feel like you're not getting anything done. So in this episode, I want to dive into strategies that I've really leaned into over this past year that have completely shifted my focus within my business so that I'm not working 24/7. So no matter if it's the holidays when you're listening to this, or if you're listening to this anytime throughout the year, these are actionable strategies that you can use in order to regain control and keep your sanity. Because let's face it, this is not easy. It's not easy building a business. But if you take the time to step back, pause, and get a little more strategic of how you're spending your time, you will notice so much more flexibility and freedom within your business. Because I know I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You get to choose. You get to choose what this business looks like, how you are showing up. You have the power to make the change. So let's go ahead and dive in. So last year, I went full-time in my business. And I noticed that now when I had shifted from working part-time in my career in healthcare and building my business, I wasn't getting as much done. Now that I was full-time in my business, I was literally like half as productive and I couldn't figure it out. I'm going, wait a minute, what just happened? Now I literally have double the amount of time. Why isn't anything getting done? Why does this feel like such an uphill battle? Well, fun fact, there's actually a whole theory, this whole framework that's called Parkinson's Law. And Parkinson's Law actually said that our work will expand to fill the allocated time that we have. So if we have more time, we're putting in less effort. And if we have less time, we're putting in more effort. Think about that for a minute. Right? That's exactly what happened to me because suddenly I had 6 hours now when my kids were at school. I was expanding those tasks. I wasn't focused. My energy and attention was everywhere else. So I really had to lean in and get curious as to, okay, well, how am I spending my time? And this is something that I walk my clients through all of the time, and that is a time audit. So I decided, you know what? I need to do my own time audit. A lot of times when we're in the business, when we're doing all of the things, we forget to take that step back and look at what we're actually doing because we develop these patterns, we develop these habits. So the first thing I did was take that time audit, literally going through my day and documenting as I was doing different things. And it's really funny when you do that, how you start to realize how much time you spend on other non-important tasks. I would find myself picking up my phone because I would see it light up from a text message from someone. I would find myself, oh, I heard the mail come. I'm just going to go get the mail real quick because, I need to get up and move anyways. I found myself doing all of these things. And what I was doing was I was being busy within my business instead of actually focusing on the things that would move my business forward, that would actually move that needle and make me more productive. And I don't even know if productive is the right word. That's one of those words that to me still kind of brings back a little bit of like PTSD from my 9-to-5 days, because our productivity was measured so like stringently. Like we had our merit raises based off of if we met those productivity standards. So for me, productivity still kind of has that like little bit of an ick factor. So I think it's more so about you just being intentional with how we're spending our time, because our time is a valuable asset. We cannot get back the time, and the time is going to pass regardless. So if we can use our time in an intentional manner, therefore, we're going to get more done. So once you do that time audit, then I really want you to start to get curious too. When do you work best throughout the day? Are you a morning person? Are you an afternoon person? Are you an evening after everyone's in bed type of person? This is your business and you make the rules. It does not matter what everyone else out there is telling you to do. Oh, you need to get up at 5 a.m. If you're not a morning person, that is like the most counterintuitive thing that you can do. You can't force yourself to change into being someone that you're not. It's about leaning into ourselves, becoming so emotionally aware of why we're doing what we're doing. And when you know when you work best and how you work best, then you can use that to focus intentionally on those strategies. And the really cool thing is there are so many different methods out there, like too many to count. Some people, time blocking works really, really well. Looking at your calendar and breaking it down into chunks of time. Okay, from this time to this time, I'm just solely going to focus on this one thing. There's the Pomodoro method where you're working intentionally for like spurts of time, say 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. The key is really finding what works best for you and leaning into that. For me, I was trying all of these different methods and nothing was working. I really knew that, okay, I'm missing something. Why am I not achieving what I had hoped to achieve? I have all of this time. So I got curious. And when I realized this, it was the craziest thing. I had worked off of a schedule. I had worked off of someone else's time frame for 16 years. I walked into work. I would have a schedule with patients, typically every half hour. So every half hour, it was told, okay, this is happening, and then this, and so on and so forth, all day long. From 7:30 till 7 at night, I was given a schedule. I did not have to make the decision of what to do next. So in my business, I was having a lot of decision fatigue. And I use that awareness to realize, you know what? Why am I fighting this? Why am I fighting this uphill battle? I get to choose. So I literally had to put myself on a schedule. Like, no joke. From the minute I started working in the morning till the minute I ended in the afternoon, here's what I am going to accomplish when. I assigned certain tasks to certain days. Even to this day, Fridays, for example, are my day to work on my business, to be in the trenches of my business. I have it laid out. I know that once the kids are on the bus, okay, I need to address the action emails that I've put off. I need to record my next podcast episode. I need to finish up any show notes from episodes that I didn't get to. I literally have myself on a schedule. Because what happened with me was I had that decision fatigue. When I had this huge list of things that needed to get done, I didn't know where to start. And that really hinders our ability to make progress because we're making all of these decisions all day long that our brain capacity starts out awesome at the beginning of the day, but then by lunchtime, it's like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do next because there's just too many things. I could just pick one and do it, but for whatever reason, I couldn't. So really having that self-awareness is key for you. Stop comparing yourself with other people. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and try different methods. See what the system that works for you is. And it's going to require a lot of test, guess, revise. Remember, back in school, we would talk about like the hypothesis, like, okay, well, I think if I do this, this will happen. Try it out because in taking action, you get the clarity. And then the clarity helps you really hone in that focus so that you're getting yourself out of that hustle mode, so that you're working less. You're not working, quote unquote, as hard because you're leveraging your strengths and you're maintaining those boundaries. All too often, and I was here, you quit your 9 to 5 to work 24/7. And oftentimes it's because our focus is so scattered. It is scattered everywhere else. So really consider being more strategic. Being strategic about what you're saying yes to, about the yeses you're saying in your business, because every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to another. And building a business, it takes action. You're building, it's doing, it's acting, it's testing, it's guessing, it's revising. And that whole process gets so much easier when you lean into yourself, when you lean into those strengths. That will give you back control. That is step one to building a business around your life, a business where you are the CEO, that you are not a passive observer, that you are your own worst boss. No, you get to step into that role of CEO and get stuff done. I love it. This is amazing. And until next time, I want you to stop dreaming and start taking messy action. You've got this. Are you loving what you're hearing? Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.